content is not for everyone, and I said it respectfully, and that's okay. No, it ain't shade on me, goddamn. My content ain't for everybody. That's okay. Not respectfully. My content ain't for everybody. Always be yourself when someone said that you ain't got potential. Someone look at you like competition when you truly wasn't their issue. Elevation looks different on everybody when you truly wasn't competing. They would never understand elevation. Hold on one second, you chose yourself to truly go within. Certain folks are trying to paint a picture that you truly not healed, but you wasn't trying to disturb your neighbor. Hold on one second, we all not the same when it comes to be mentally unhealed. And be the train of thought for me. You know, it takes time and day. That verse psychology mind games you didn't have to play. Healing, charm, and pain you showed up for yourself to recognize your worth. They would look at you like competition when you was never competing. You knew how to respect your neighbor even when they said that you didn't have potential. You was never their issue. How they project drama, trauma on you, and not one lie was within you. That energy is different. Understanding what you came from, understanding what you truly believe in. You wasn't running from your past, understanding your existence. Hold on one second, we all don't operate the same when it comes to overcoming pain and time and day. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gives up on you or overlook you during your journey. And I say that respectfully. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. And my content ain't for everybody. No need to send an evil lie, which is shortchanged at the end of the day. When it comes to your low IQ score, got mental health problems, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Even when you looked at me like competition when I was never competing, it'd be the train of thought for me. How you understand what you overcame when it comes to time and pay. How your neighbor look at you like competition when you have to project that mindset. Hold on one second, that hate don't run it through your vein. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You can save all the negative energy for your mother, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself when someone says they want you to give up on yourself, even when they behind closed doors trying to dim your light, trying to paint you out to be the villain in their story, or because you was willing and able to heal to truly go within. Misunderstood by folks that's truly not for you, but you truly had the potential and you truly wasn't the issue. The energy is different when it comes to self-love. Being misunderstood by folks that would never understand your vocabulary, love. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I said A, B, C, D. Hold on one second. I got these weirdos got me in competition when I was never in a lane. I was just elevate. I just knew how to respect my neighbor damn on a goddamn worst day. Elevation, elevation, not to dim my light. Elevation, elevation, why would I want to dim my light? The energy is different. They wanted you to be a crash out so bad. But elevation looks good on you when it comes to mental health. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to shortchange me. I just believed in me. You wanted me to shortchange me so I wasn't have potential. I wasn't your issue. The energy is different when it comes to your vocabulary. You know, when it comes to time and day, practice makes perfect. They would never understand that. Hold on one second, you was willing to change. You was understanding even exchange, overcoming pain in time and day. Certain folks don't understand your vocabulary, why you say certain things. That hold on one second. They quit to say that you truly not healed, but they don't understand you. They don't know you at the end of it, because if they actually knew you, they would put respect on your name. The energy is different. We all don't operate the same when it comes to pain and time and day. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? No, it's the train of thought for me, fuck you. It be the train of thought for me, not literally. I was only moving accordingly when it came to my confidence. At the end of the day, I discouraged you because I was willing to choose myself, not to reject me when you didn't know how to respect me. It'd be the train of thought for me. You said I didn't have potential, but I truly wasn't your fucking issue. It'd be the train of thought for me. Like, hold on 7 seconds, calm down. Hold on 1 second, calm down. You're doing too much. Well, being my authentic self, and that you said I didn't have within me, was having potential. It'd be the train of thought for me. Why would I want to shortchange myself with my own blessing? Because you did not respect me, even days when you couldn't see. It'd be the train of thought for me. I wasn't looking for validation to be my authentic self. I got you so bent out of see when it comes to confidence. You forgot the goal and actually heal. But you try to project a mindset on me, saying I was mentally ill. But I understood the vocabulary that you couldn't relate to was self-love. Hold on 1 second, discipline, stay in my lane. I still knew how to respect my neighbor, even days when I couldn't see. Because I was truly keeping it real. You know, the energy is different. It was nothing fake about me. I was never wearing a mask when I knew how to respect my neighbor. They would never understand that confidence. It truly means what you said that day. You had to actually put that footwork in and understand your worth when it came to communicating and go within. Healing childhood trauma was real. They would never understand that you didn't have to pick up a bottle another day when it comes to hold on 1 second, disturbing your peace. When you had pain and trauma went into your adulthood, they would never understand how you truly really healed. You know, they said that you was a crash out, but they would never speak on the days that they disrespect you out loud to see you frown. But God was maintaining your smile. You never worship the devil. Good day, bad day, misunderstand day. You got folks want to make you bent out of shape when you wasn't trying to catch a case. How they project the spell work in a toxic way. Hope because hold on one second, you actually believed in your faith. How God was holding favor of your life. The energy is different. Why would you not reject you? Because God was really protecting you. You know that one-sided conversation that the folks was having about you? They wanted you to shortchange you when it comes to your mental health. How folks wanted to dibble and dabble in your pockets at the end of the day to take credit for your creativity. But hold on one second. God said, not today. The energy is different. I shine the light on you to understand your potential that you truly worth. That I was holding favor over your life. Wow. How this type of stuff happens. How you got these chicks and dudes trying to look at you like competition when you was never a fool. They got bad habits like addicts at the end of the day when you was never the supply, but you understood the math to catch your blessing, not to reject yourself. Because hold on one second, you didn't have to endure their pain, but you still knew how to respect your neighbor. Days where you couldn't see. Got folks who were bent out of shape. Hold on one second, all because you didn't reject yourself. You were staying in your lane. They try to shortchange your pockets when it comes to your mental health, trying to paint you out to be the villain. They story say that you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. But your heavenly mother, Father God gave you the strength to recognize that. Hold on one second, you truly worthy. Going within, you stood in your lane. Even days when folks didn't respect you, you stood in your lane. Understanding that folks try to shut at your free will, you still stayed in your lane. You was gonna be misunderstood by folks that couldn't relate to your love language. I love me, not the them I like. I love me, not the them I like. I love me, not the them I like. Fuck it, my confidence bother you so fucking much? Fuck you. It be the train of thought for me. They like, hold on one second, pipe down. You doing too much, but what the fuck I was supposed to do at the end of the day? Express myself? Hold myself back? Nah, I was just being myself to express myself. Something that you couldn't relate to was being yourself. When you're far from a hater, neighbor, 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 far from a hater, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. That shit don't run through my motherfucking vein. You know, it's like that type 2 diabetes that you got. And I don't mean no disrespect because I hope God truly heals you one day to stay in your lane, but goddamn pump your brakes. You actually projected a negative energy on me because hold on one second, I was in an even exchange that healed myself. You something that you couldn't relate to was better than yourself. Because if you actually took time to actually go within and actually realize what you were truly going through mentally, you actually truly healed properly. And I say that respectfully. You wouldn't worry about what the fuck I got going on at the end of the day. You had to throw spoke at me in a toxic way, trying to pay me out to be the villain in your story, trying to project your mindset on me, saying I had bad habits. Hold on one second, you want me to become my worst enemy? Or because you looked at me like competition when I was never competing? I don't mean no disrespect, but fuck you. And I don't mean literally. It be the train of thought for me. How folks swear that you big mad, but hold on one second. You just knew how to heal and truly understand that self-love can truly last. Something that folks can't relate to is why you showed up for you. You know, confidence looks different on everybody when it comes to motivation. You know, that action spoke louder than words when you actually went within actually hit when when your biggest cheerleader. The hands is different when it comes to growth. It's funny, you got these dudes and chicks trying to shadow ban you right to left, trying to make you feel you're supposed to become your worst enemy. But misery loves company don't live in your reality because you truly at peace, regardless of what you're going through mentally. They try to sneak this, you disrespect you out loud. They didn't want you to maintain that smile, but God was showing you elevation when it comes to growth. How they try to shortchange you when it comes to your numbers. How they try to shortchange you when it comes to your pockets, when it comes to your creativity. Hold on one second. You truly had it within you. You have to try hard to be your authentic self. Imagine rooting somebody on even days when they couldn't see, but they wouldn't put respect on your name because they had hate in their vein. Hold on one second. We all have the same fuck you. And I mean not literally either. They say that you're not emotionally stable. They say this and that and this and that, this and that, this and that, and this and that. So much about you, right? They say you're emotionally unavailable, emotionally unstable. They say you slow, stupid, and retarded. But you just wasn't trying to reject you. The energy is different. You got folks in the background playing with spoken and toxic way to see you frown. They want you to become your worst enemy, but God did not allow that to happen another day. You know, becoming your worst enemy. They wouldn't understand your growth when it comes to maturity. Acting your body size, not your shoe size. We all don't operate the same when it comes to, hold on one second, I can hold my own weight. It'd be the train of thought for me. I don't mean drugs either. I mean, hold on one second. I actually know how to hold the maturity. But I mean what I say, that my emotions be being stable, not to be a crash out. That's what you want me to be that day. When you hack my devices to lie on my name to blackmail me for me to reject myself because you was doing the pretending behind closed doors like it was truly for me. It's kind of funny. You said I was big mad, but hold on, I was willing to hold on one second. True love can truly last. You know that self-love, when you love yourself, you would bother folks sight and day when it come to hold on one second, you always have potential. They will look at you like the enemy when you didn't have to do nothing besides motivate somebody to be their authentic self. But hold on one second, they forgot to communicate the goal within and do the proper healing. How this type of stuff actually happens. How they hack your devices, gang stalk you, paint you out to be somebody you truly wasn't. It'd be the train of thought for me. They try to steal your destiny, but they can't take your identity when it comes to your blueprint that God endowed with you when it comes to potential. The energy harvest off your energy. Then when you stood up for yourself, regardless if you got lost in your words, your heavenly mother, Father God was still guarding you. Never not one time that you have to worship the devil to respect you're able to stay in your lane when it comes to growth, when it comes to maturing. We all don't operate the same when it comes to overcoming pain, time and day. I understand that folks ain't gonna be for me at the end of the day, but I'm gonna always be my biggest chili when folks is gonna try to paint me out to be somebody I'm truly not. That is just different. If someone says you don't got potential, they said you at Kenya Corner, you are nobody. They said you at Kenya Corner, you are nobody. But hold on one second, they were not dim your light. Hold on one second, never dim your light. Never dim your light. I may not make sense to you, but I was willing to choose me not to overlook me. Our love language is truly different at the end of the day. Being authentic truly got you bent out of shape. The energy is different. Didn't matter who was by your side, who gave up on you, overlooked you during your trauma, your pain. As long as you was holding you down at the end of the day, understand the elevation looks different on everybody. Didn't matter about your tax bracket. When you're trying to better yourself, when it come to hold on 1 second, I was willing to choose me, regardless of what storm I overcame. When it came to pain and time and day, you know, when God brings you balance in your life, they would never understand your worth. How folks will try to paint you out to be somebody that you're truly not, or because you're willing to better yourself when it comes to your worth. You know, boundaries hits different. Because folks can't step on you no more to disrespect you, allow to see you frown, because God maintaining your smile, because God got your back when the devil tried to shortchange you of your mental health, over the enemy. When the enemy tries to call you out, you know, that type of stuff actually happens every single day, but you wasn't doing no fucking pretending. When you actually meant what you said, to hold on 1 second, I ain't need no fucking ghostwriter to be myself. It was truly within me, so that truly made you fucking look at me like competition that day. How this type of stuff happens. It doesn't matter what you do in life. How you can have so much potential within you. You could acknowledge somebody, and in their minds at the end of the day, they would try to project you to say that you ain't got potential when you was never their issue. They would try to dim your light to discourage you so you could become a crash out. But God said, hold on 1 second. I showed you existence while you truly was worthy of choosing you. And when they overlooked you, because you know the right people at the end of the day, they don't listen to he say, she say, that gossip at the end of the day. That maturity shit been out the window. They act in a body way. When it comes to maturing, we all don't operate the same. Far from a hater. That shit don't run through our vein. I know how to hold my own way at the end of the day, being that man and a woman at the end of the day. I don't look at my neighbor like competition. I understood what I overcame when it came to pain, time, and day. I understand my vocabulary. Hold on 1 second. I'm still being patient with time. They recognize that I'm truly worthy of loving me. I don't take validations for folks that don't know how to respect me, let alone my neighbor. We ain't have to do anything, anybody. Jealousy and hate and envy, that misery loves company shit, nah, that's not part of my vocabulary. How this type of shit actually happens. Folks be talking about they grown at the end, they didn't matter somebody's fucking tax bracket. And I say that respectfully. And especially when someone's trying to get their life together, folks be trying to disrespect somebody. It be the train of thought for me. When someone says I'm better than me, to love me, you ain't gonna understand someone's flow when it comes to the existence and how God's never stopped loving that child of God. It didn't matter how old they was. Something that you couldn't relate to was going within to understand. Hold on 1 second. Why would you overlook yourself? Because you want someone to do that to your baby. It'd be a train of thought for me how folks be having this jealousy and envy hate mindset. Or because someone wasn't willing to reject themselves. It'd be a train of thought for me. Always be yourself with no malicious intent, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. It's not. It's crazy how someone will look at you like competition, and it took a whole group of people to go up against one person. Then when an innocent person speaks up, they dead ass wrong. Nah, I wasn't trying to crash out at the end of the day. I just knew how to still respect my neighbor, even days when I couldn't see. It'd be the train of thought for me. We not the same. It's funny how they got me shadow banned. It's kind of funny at the end of the day. You talk about nobody fuck with me, but God had a better plan. God was still shining a light on me. That authenticity truly got you bent out of shape, and I wasn't trying to catch a case. You wanted me to reject me because you saw a vision of yourself that you couldn't relate to. You know, going within, because you saw potential within me when I never looked at you like competition. Motherfuckers swear up and down, talking about like a bad habit, but fuck it. If I am, then fuck you. It be the train of thought for me. I truly hope that you find peace within. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. It's funny how you can motivate someone all day long, but they would deadass have hate in their vein to look at you like the enemy at the end of the day when you wasn't trying to catch a case. They would try to get you locked up, put you in a sideboard, all because of the fact that you said, hold on 1 second, I choose me on the day. You can shadow ban me all day long. I post a video, you don't want to put it up. I post there, you don't want me to get numbers or whatever the case may be. That's cool, fine and dandy. You made it be known. that you don't want me to elevate when it comes to any platform. And that's cool. You sent the fake page, this fake page to threaten my life or whatever the case may be. And one thing I ain't got to do is lie. And I'm far from a hate and I'm far from miserable. And I say that respectfully. It's kind of funny how folks be watching you from a fake page, but they can't even introduce themselves. That they truly got hate in their vein towards you. But they rather hide behind spoken in a toxic way and look at you like competition when you was never competing. It be the train of thought for me. How they try to rob you, take at your free will, and then the first thing they want to say is you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. Hold on one second, that never happened that day. They hack your devices right to left, and not one lie was told when it came out your mouth that day. They didn't want you to be comfortable with your mental health. They wanted you to shortchange yourself to become your worst enemy, being a crash out. How this type of stuff actually happens. You ever just rooted somebody on, regardless to who did them wrong, or who wasn't rooting them on, regardless to what platform they was on? You ever was rooting somebody on that didn't have no friends? You ever was rooting somebody on that couldn't see their own vocabulary when it means to go within? You ever rooting somebody on when they was having a bad day, only from the words like, hold on one second, they wanted to shortchange you your days? It be the train of thought for me. We all have the same mindset. I understood self-control when it came to discipline. I understood bad habits to let go. I understood why I stand before myself today. I wasn't doing it for likes and views. Let don't fuck your opinion. It be the train of thought for me. I'm only being patient with time and day. It be the vocabulary that folks can't relate to with self-love. Because if you actually love yourself, love at the end of the day, you wouldn't be dimming the next person's life at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Somebody did it to you, so you had to do it to the next person. It be the train of thought how it be your own people trying to shortchange you at the end of the day. It be these girls talking about, I'm not a girl's girl, I'm not this, I don't like this community. But they be behind the scenes putting forward and make sure that your reality don't become a dream come true, you choosing you. They want you to be so miserable to go with them. They even try to shortchange you when it comes to your pockets. But hold on one second, you didn't have that bad behavior within you because God was showing you better days ahead. Hold on one second, we all pray the same, but I still not respect my neighbor. Stay in my lane. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I love love. No, I checked on me. Yeah, I said I love love. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It wasn't that auto-tune type of love. Because nothing fake was about my feelings at the end of the day when I actually acknowledged my worth to understand that, hold on one second, coming out of my comfort zone, the value of time and day to protect your heart. I wasn't misleading when it came to your past. Something that some folks can't relate with, how love can truly last with the right person by your side. The right one I dim in your light, you wasn't trying to catch a case, so the right one sold you. Hold on one second. I may get lost in my words, but I'm your biggest cheerleader, opposing person behind closed doors. I ain't got ill intentions not to meet you halfway. When you have good intentions and you're willing to meet somebody halfway, and you got good intentions not to shortchange somebody when it comes to their vocabulary, and God actually shows you balance when it comes to common sense that day, how you could bring peace into somebody's life, even when you had a speech problem, or you have a list problem, always know when the right person's by your side. That auto-tune love at the end of the day is nothing fake about real love. I say that respectfully. Because someone showed you action spoke louder than words. They actually showed you that, hold on one second. They allowed you to heal that wound within love. Someone bringing peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments. That energy is different. Someone truly show you that, wow, God will truly real show you that miracles can truly do happen. How someone could truly show you a fairy tale is truly in existence. Someone truly showing you that true love was never competition. Someone truly showing you overcame that unhealthy relationship. How someone can value your time and day, but showed you that, hold on one second. I see you, I hear you, not to overlook you. Those walks in the parks actually became real. Someone's really keeping it real with you, love. Those little things that you ask for somebody at the end of the day. Someone to value your time, they not to run game. Someone not to have one foot in one door and the other door because someone wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too. To just discourage disrespect you. That is just different. When someone walks into your life, they're not trying to have their cake and eat it too. Because someone is not trying to mentally, verbally, physically, emotionally abuse you. Because you have those relationships where someone may get lost in their words. You have that relationship where someone is emotionally available to you, but they have their days where they may have a speech problem. They may have that day when they're sick. And in some days you may not understand somebody. But when actions speak louder than words, someone is willing and able to meet you halfway. That's your biggest cheerleader, closing person behind closed doors. And when someone actually is willing and able to get to know you every single day and that journey when it comes to healthy love, trust and believe they would never overlook you, love. That ain't just different. I'm not a genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. I say this respectfully. When someone says you don't have potential, never give up on yourself. Practice makes perfect. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if they shadow ban you, regardless if they dig up your past and it don't live in your reality today, something that you're not running from, that is just different. Even when they be behind the scenes and blackmailing you, they have certain individuals approach you with people that you're not even aware that they having conversations with other people, just to have somebody else blackmail you to act like you had a conversation with them, or they blackmail you with old messages, emails, and people be acting like they for you, and they only the whole entire time they going against you. Never make someone make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you when someone blackmails you. Well, one thing you don't do is run from your past. You said something, you don't run from it. It be the train of thought for me. How we all don't operate the same when it comes to maturing. How we all don't operate the same when it comes to respecting our neighbor. It be the train of thought for me. How folks be talking about people like a bad habit, and they have a conversation with somebody with their bad habits, and then they speak upon somebody at the end of the day. They trying to blackmail an innocent person because they was trying to frame somebody because they got a lack of self-control when it came to discipline. Because they don't want certain folks to look at someone in a certain type of light. It be the train of thought for me. You ain't even have to be an addict that day to understand that, hold on one second, what happened to your self-control when it comes to discipline. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. True love is not supposed to hurt. True love is not fake love. True love is not complicated. And God is not for sale, and God has never been for sale. You could disrespect me all day long. You can continue to shadow ban me all day long, or whatever the case may be. But one thing I ain't got to do is lie. And I say that respectfully. It's kind of funny how folks be like, oh, you ain't healed, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. You will forever heal in your journey. Because why? With time comes change, and change comes growth. There's always room for improvement when it comes to your life. Understanding your future. They would never understand why you condemn your life. Time may not exist at the end of the day, but honestly, the time in my world that, hold on one second, we was never on the same page. Hold on one second, love, you wasn't supposed to be part of my table, and that's okay. But I still know how to respect my neighbor, even days when I couldn't see. No, it's a shame, don't be always be yourself, but no molest attentions. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I may be corny to you, but that's fine. It's kind of funny how the same people will say that you're not you're corny and you're this and you're that. You motivated them at some point in their life. And I say that respectfully. And because they have hate in their vein, and because it's you that they disrespected behind closed doors, they will not put respect on your name. How they say, I'm on the way to the bank. I took your creativity, make it my own, only to do you wrong behind closed doors. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. Because I'm gonna make sure that you will crash out. I'm gonna make sure that you don't elevate when it comes to having financial stability. It be the train of thought for me how God saw everything when you have to get physical with an innocent person. It be train of thought for me. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? When you spiritually gifted, you be having so many folks so bent out of shape at the end there when you wasn't trying to catch a case. They be looking at you like, hold on one second. You brought that to reality. How did you know that day? How you know shit was gonna go left real quick and fast? The time, hold on one second. Only the rest to hold on one second. You did say that. You did say that. No, it changed on me. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? It be the train of thought for me when you ain't gotta play the pretending games. When you fall from a witch, when you fall from a warlock, you fall from a karmic at the end of the day. You actually said who you was that day. You was a person with potential. You wasn't wearing a mask. You were a child of God. Hold on one second. Self-love can truly last. That ain't just different. You tell your neighbor to go right. When they going left, they look at you like competition when you was far from a hater. You show them that elevation. It looks good on them. But hold on one second. You was never doing pretending. It be the train of thought for me. You actually knew how to respect your neighbor, even knowing that they're not supposed to sit at your table. How you got folks in your ear at the end of the day, neighbor. Projected a mindset of a low IQ score. Got you so mad within. Hold on one second, fight in the air. Only to rush and your neighbor never disrespect you not one time. How you got folks in the background trying to see somebody down. Or because of the fact they actually understood that your neighbor truly had a crown. That was God's crown. At the end of the day, God just fixed it. Showed somebody elevation when it comes to their growth. Hold on 1 second, we still standing. It be a train of thought for me. How when an innocent person don't look at their neighbor like competition, I may not make sense to you, but I didn't have to reject me to respect you. It be a train of thought for me when you truly wasn't for me. It's funny how when someone looks at you like competition, or someone has hate and jealousy and envy with and them, and someone is being blackmailed, and the innocent person pulls away for all the right reasons because they don't want to get into whatever shenanigans somebody got going on. It'd be a train of thought for me how this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when you say you're maturing, you actually act your body weight on your shoe size. That energy is different. But you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself when you understood the hold on 1 second. I'm far from miserable. I just knew how to respect my neighbor. Hope you're doing well.
No, it's Shaco. They'll be for a piece of your life somewhere else, not over here.
You know, when God sends certain individuals into your life, and I say this respectfully, and someone has good intentions, because not everybody has good intentions, because someone could walk into your life and be like, oh, hey, God sent me into your life. But then to come to find out, they're here to rob you. They're here to get your free will. They have ill intentions towards you. They even probably in the background playing with spoken in a toxic way, or doing God's know what. But we all don't pray the same. But when the person is on a good God's timing, because it's two different gods, there's a good God and there's a bad God. When the good God is presenting themselves to you, they have good intentions towards you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're not wearing a mask, an introduction that you're not used to. And because you're not used to this introduction of someone not having malicious intentions, you're going to hurt the person. And because you're going to hurt the person, God removes the person. And when God removes the person, it was only to protect their mental health, because this person had good intentions this whole entire time, and not one I was told. It be the train of thought for me how a person can come into your life and motivate you, regardless of what you're going through mentally. You could be your own worst enemy at the moment. You could be going through things behind the scene that nobody understands. But you saying that you're so godly, or you're trying to change your life around, and then when God presents herself or himself through one of his children or her children, and you decide to reject one of the children, you're only hurting yourself. And I say that respectfully, because now you just brought more karma on yourself when someone, all they did was acknowledge you. And in the process, they acknowledge you and you acknowledge them. You blackmail them. You invite them to your table just to hurt them. You betray them. You rob them. And you rob them of their mental health. You rob them of their pockets. You rob them of their creativity. You rob them of their self-love. You know, sometimes it's not always money-wise when you rob somebody. And I say that respectfully, and especially when someone has good intentions coming into your life. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, but God saw everything that you did. And God is not for sale. You know, when you're a child of God, a chosen one, a divine one, you don't sit here and project spoil towards your neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You don't energy harvest off your neighbor. You don't destiny swipe with your neighbor. You don't project spoil in a toxic way, or try to steal their destiny, or hack their devices, or gang stalk them. That's nothing but the enemy's calling. That's nothing but the devil's work. And I say that respectfully. That's not God's work. God would never tell somebody to do such a thing. And I say that respectfully. Like, God would never tell someone to shortchange somebody's life. God wouldn't do that. It'd be a train of thought for me. God is not for sale. Be mindful and wise when, if you're not a girls or dudes or whatever your vocabulary is, don't invite somebody to your table just to humiliate them. Don't invite somebody to your table just to disrespect them. And then the first thing you want to say is someone is mad. And it's so crazy and disgusting to see it had nothing to do about someone's tax bracket. Because someone can be more mature than you in certain areas of their life. And someone can be more gifted than you and be more outgoing than you. Someone can be more advanced in you in the most healthiest way and have more spiritual gifts than you. Whatever the case may be, And you sit there and go out your way to kick somebody down because you sat there and took notes on somebody because your neighbor acknowledged you. Because everybody's walk of life is not the same. And it doesn't matter about someone's age. Because it doesn't matter how old you are to be mature nowadays. Because someone in their 40s and 50s at the end of the day, someone in their 20s and 30s could be more mature than someone in their 40s and their 50s. It'd be the train of thought for me. My content is not for everybody. It's not. Respect is a two-way street, regardless to if someone is elderly or not. It doesn't matter how old someone is. Respect is still a two-way street. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. You say someone doesn't have potential. So that doesn't mean go out your way to destroy somebody because of the fact that you lack self-control. You have confidence issues. You have insecurity problems because somebody is not your typical norm when it comes to having this innocent person has certain features, or because this person is gay, or because this person this person has a disability, or maybe because this person upbringing was different, or this person was this person was that, but they're being their authentic self. And one thing they not have to mislead you was being genuine and actually having a heart. And that person never stopped having a heart. Because when you have a heart, and I say that respectfully, some people say, oh, some individuals go cold. When you have a heart, it will always be somebody that you always going to have a heart for. Just like people pick and choose who they want to bully. It'd be the train of thought for me. It's true. If you see somebody that you say don't have potential, there's no reason for you to be in the background scenes and gathering up people from different communities or continents to kick somebody down, to disrespect somebody, to have them shadow banned, to dig up their past, to humiliate them. And I say that respectfully. You overcame that storm. It was a storm that was knocking on your door. It was the remedy that they want to understand. That self-love, truly, hold on one second, brought you value. Time and day, because you didn't reject you. It was a challenge in being patient with time and day. They would never understand that existence, but you overcame when it come to pain. Being misunderstood by folks that couldn't respect you, but hold on one second, your heavenly mother, Father God was truly protecting you. The energy is different. You wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing, because God was never for sale. They would never understand your existence, how truly grateful you are to believe in yourself when you almost gave up on you. You were supposed to be that crash out they painted you to be, but God was truly showing you, hold on one second, I got your back. That self-love looks good on you. Hold on one second, my child. The energy is different. It was nothing fake about you because you wasn't wearing a smile. It was days you couldn't see. Hold on one second. You forgot to go within. They would never understand how God turned that frown into a smile. You found better days ahead in your journey. That storm was real. Only was, hold on one second, time allowed you to heal. It wasn't a race to understand your realization. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you. How dreams do come true. That unconditional love allowed you to choose you. Here, your past really brought you pain. They would never understand time and day. They got to get to know you all over again. But God said not today. Because God's protecting your mental health. When folks don't know how to love you, they don't protect you, they don't respect you. But God never gave up on you. The energy is different. How you have folks trying to dig up your past, but they don't even understand what you went through when it comes to hold on one second. Growth. Growth. You almost lost you. But growth chose you. Growth chose you. Because you was willing to accept it. You wasn't having an identity crisis. They didn't know you, but you didn't overlook you. Imagine overflowing the wrong cup. Because folks had controlling issues. Folks didn't see your potential. But who would have knew? God really chose you. You're not your typical norm for folks' eyes and when it comes to sight and day. But you truly had it within you. A vision that they couldn't relate to. How you was willing to learn you. That self-love looks different. You would need a pen and a pad to become your best self vision, to let go of the bad habits. Because God was really showing you that self-love can truly last. Because God brought balance into your life. You understood how to overcome that storm. Days when you was walking alone, they would never understand why the certain folks do you wrong. They would never understand when you was walking alone, how God was showing you balance when you was on empty stomach. You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. It's not. How you stand before yourself today, overcoming that storm, still being patient with time and day. That's a testimony that they can't relate to. Why you chose you not to overlook you. How God started a new chapter when it began with you. How confidence looks good on you. You got folks projecting a bad habit on you, project the spirit in a toxic way. They ain't want you to communicate the relay. How self-love, hold on one second. It wasn't a walk in the park, but hold on one second. God never left your side when it came to self-love. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. When someone says you don't got potential, don't give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Because with time and day and change and growth, you only get better. It's a rhythm they can't relate to. It's how God was showing you better. And it's just different. You actually meant what you said that day. You wasn't doing it for the money. Because God was never for sale. You know, when God is in your life, that elevation is different. It does. Because God sends all the right helpers in your life. All the right love in your life. All the right people that's truly for you to treat you right. God's going to send you a community of people that's truly for you. And it's a big win for everybody. Because why? God said, these are my people. These are my children. And I never overlooked them. The energy is different. When you fall from a hater that don't run through your vein, you knew how to respect your neighbor even days when you were dealing with pain. You never look at your neighbor like competition. You just wish they find peace within, just in their own lane. You know, when someone says you ain't got potential, that does not mean turn into a crash out. When someone says that you don't got potential, that does not mean stop loving you. When someone says you ain't got potential, that does not mean stop showing up for you. Because that's the mindset that they projecting on you. That's how they would deal with situations. And we all don't operate the same when it comes to understanding pain. And it's sad and disgusting to see how someone can be your same culture as you and have the mindset of the devil or have the mindset of the enemy to kick you down because they want you to feel the pain that they endured when someone overlooked them. They want you to deal with the pain that they had to endure to maybe get to where they at today. When you genuinely want to help somebody and you want to let go of your trauma and your pain and do the right thing this time around because someone didn't do that for you, you will look at life differently. You wouldn't look at your neighbor like competition. You wouldn't do it as you getting even with somebody. You would do it from within. And not everybody operates like that. It'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff happens at the end of the day when someone dealt with so much trauma as to where they are today. They project the mindset as to the pain that they had to endure to where they are today. And they pick and choose who they want to bully, how the devil would do, how the enemy would do. And only realize you're only your own worst enemy. Going up against your neighbor that didn't have to do anything to you besides show you it's okay to heal that wound that's holding you back. Heal that wound to know at the end of the day, it's safe to fail. It's safe to love yourself. It's safe to feel like, hold on one second, you don't have to escape you. You are beautiful, you are handsome, and you are worthy. And never look at your neighbor like competition because y'all was never competing. How you can introduce yourself to somebody and they have the mindset of the envy mindset. And they watch your every move. They have this person, that person watching your every move. So they would hack your devices. They would project spoke on you in a toxic way. They would gang stalk you. They would energy harvest off your energy. Because they don't want you to elevate faster than them when you was never part of a race. You just understood your own lane. And how this type of stuff actually happens when an innocent person didn't have to project pain. How this type of stuff actually happens. Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. I say ABC. If I say the rest of the alphabet at the end of the day, I think I will actually mean what I say. I will actually follow through. You know, that relationship that God allows you to see, that ain't just different. That someone truly can't keep their eyes off you and ain't have to do nothing but controlling issues. You know, someone truly showed you what you overcame. Pain, time, and day. Someone allowed you to heal that wound because God sent the right person to your life to balance you. You know, that energy is different because true love is not complicated. True love is real. Only for you to walk into the right person's arms to truly show you that, hold on one second, you wasn't mentally ill. You wasn't bugging out. You wasn't tripping. Only for the right person to walk into the overflow your cup to show you why you met them halfway. It was an even exchange. I think, door pain. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It wasn't blindsided love because someone was truly keeping it real with you, love. Someone showing you your lane that, hold on one second, you didn't know it existed. Healthy love became a dream come true. Almost gave one a love department, only for someone to be faithful to you. That ain't just different. It was a testimony for the books. You know, your book at the end of the day, when it comes to your vocabulary, self-love, who would have known? That unconditional love allowed you to choose you. Only to us to hold on one second. God allowed you to be faithful to you. Because God brought you balance when you realized that, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to lose me the day. I understood those pointless conversations when folks didn't hear me that day. But my past don't live my reality today. How the love of your life truly actually made sense that day when it came into your life to protect your heart. Someone sitting there to treat you right every single day. Hold on one second. It felt like a holiday. You know, your special holiday. The hand's just different. A calendar they can't relate to. Your own little world. Someone falling in love with you every single day. The hand's just different. Didn't matter how far across the world you was from somebody. Someone truly showed you that miracles can truly actually happen. Because someone showed you that action spoke louder than words, how a dream can truly come true. Someone truly being faithful to you. And they wasn't trying to have the cake and eat it too. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. And that's okay. Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. I didn't reject the gift that day. You allowed me to maintain a smile that I didn't even know I can go within to see. That ain't just different. Show me it was okay to love. Show me it was okay that, hold on one second, you wasn't trying to hurt me, love. Wow. You allowed me to feel like it was okay to heal that wound. I'm very so much thankful that God showed me the way. I'm very so much thankful that I prayed, but then I almost gave up my soul, but God showed me better days ahead to understand my intuitions. You know, love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It wasn't blindsided love, because action spoke louder than words, love. Someone truly showing you that action spoke louder than words. You ever got lost in your words, but you gained the love and the best friend? A biggest cheerleader, up close in person behind closed doors. Someone understanding your vocabulary when it comes to your existence. Someone sees you, not to overlook you. It didn't matter about your upbringing, but someone's there to protect you. Mentally, emotionally available. Someone maintaining your smile to see you frown, not to see you down, regardless of what you've been through. The hand is different. Imagine someone walking into your life to truly be your peace in the most healthiest way. Someone truly showing you that, hold on one second, not only do we have potential, but God truly shows you that we could better ourselves the better days ahead. How healthy memories truly became a dream come true. Who would have known? Healthy love was real. Only if you realize, hold on one second. It was okay to heal, love, with the right person by your side. You know, sometimes opposites attract. But someone truly prayed for you. Yeah, I may not pray the same, but someone truly not respect you. It wasn't lust, it was real love. It wasn't spell work, it was genuine intentions. How two people come from two different opposites of the world, only to unite with each other to treat each other right. Who would have knew it was you that day? It was you. Finally, it was you. It wasn't hurt love. It wasn't misleading love. It wasn't malicious intentions type of love, manipulation type of love. It wasn't a having a hand problem type of love. Imagine sitting down with somebody, being it for the first time, only rest to hold on one second. You gain the love and the best friend and the business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but someone truly was there to maintain your smile, love. And only if you realize to hold on one second, you fell in love with the love of your life every single day. Someone on the same page with you emotionally, genuine and kind and respectful. Someone showing you that he wasn't here to dim your light. Someone was showing you that true love wasn't complicated. Only the rest to hold on one second, you made the right choice. Only for God to show you to hold on one second. True love is real. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone overlooks you. They say you ain't got potential. The right people would never reject you. And when the right people don't reject you, they here to respect you. They don't project spoke in a toxic way. They don't gang stalk you. They don't energy harvest off your energy, and they don't disrespect with you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. And they damn sure ain't got hate in their vein. The energy is different when it comes to elevation. Don't give up on yourself because someone said you don't have potential. They said you in your corner, you ain't nobody. They said you in your corner, you ain't nobody. But hold on 1 second, neighbor. You wasn't trying to dim your light. Go, you neighbor. You wasn't trying to dim your light. I could be corny to you all day long, but I'm not for you. Because I ain't have to do you wrong. Everybody's not your cup of tea, but I still know how to respect my neighbor to stay in my lane. I wouldn't want nobody to hurt you, and I say that respectfully. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks would try to bring hurt and want you to be sucked at your free will. Or because they have hate in their vein when you know how to respect your neighbor. You don't even have to respect somebody. You don't have to know somebody. Thank you, no thank you. You're not for me, just stay in your lane. It'd be the train of thought for me. You can motivate someone all day long. You can inspire somebody, but they will be quick to do you wrong. I say this respectfully. Never feel embarrassed or ashamed of expressing yourself to the wrong person. It doesn't matter if you wanted a job position or you try to help somebody or you acknowledge somebody, or even if that relationship didn't work out, or someone projected lust on you, or you was just acknowledging your neighbor that they had a nice hairstyle, whatever the case may be, or you just acknowledge that somebody that, hey, you may be going through a hard time right now, and I'm just acknowledging you right now, and I just hope better days for you. Don't ever feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. And it's sad and disgusting to see how you can acknowledge somebody and respect them, and the whole entire time they're giving you the evil eye. They don't want you to elevate when it comes to catching your blessings. But God never rejected you. God never rejected you because God never removed the light off you. You know, my content is not for everybody. It's not. And that's okay. And I say that respectfully. And I guess it's time to say it now, that I will be doing readings again. And I say that respectfully. And I say this respectfully. My content is not for everybody. And I don't do everything like everybody else either. I don't. And if you're not for me, you're not for me. And one thing I don't do is wish bad on anybody. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. If me keeping it real brings you the mindset of having ill intentions towards me, you're not for me. And if you have to blackmail me with being myself because you decide to have a one-sided ass conversation and you wanted to humiliate me, you're not for me. And I say that respectfully. Because my content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. I would never reach out to nobody, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. You know, God sees everything. And I say that respectfully. You can shadow ban me all day long. And I say that respectfully. And you'd be so surprised in the day that I'm not even getting into that. I'm far from miserable, and I know that for sure. Never allow someone, because their norm is to kick people down. Their norm is to blackmail people. Their norm is to put people in the mindset of having their back against the wall. Don't allow that to stop you from elevating. And I say that respectfully. When you have somebody in your life and you reject them to protect you, and it should be no reason why they should be having you robbed or psyched at your free will. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It should be no reason why they're gathering up in different communities to shortchange you of your mental health. And then when you speak up for yourself, you dead ass wrong. And folks in the background talking about you a snitch until it's your household. It be a train of thought for me. We all don't operate the same when it comes to, hold on 1 second, maturity. Folks be acting their body weight, not their shoe size. We all don't operate the same when it come to being real. Hold on 1 second. I ain't signed up for that conversation. There's so many people losing their life right to left. Or because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline, staying in their lane. It didn't matter if someone had a mother or father in the household, how folks be having these type of behaviors at the end of the day. It didn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. It'd be the train of thought for me. So many people losing their lives because someone lacks self-control. Someone doesn't have the proper discipline because of the fact that they have insecurity problems. Someone has a mindset of, because if I don't get my way, then you're not going to get your way either. One thing I don't do is run from my past. And one thing I'm going to always do is keep it real. And if that hurts you, I can't allow me to reject me because you wasn't willing to respect me. When I never had malicious intentions, that energy is different. It's disgusting to see how you would sit there and dig up somebody's past or project spirit towards somebody or energy harvest off their energy or try to destiny swipe at them and then you screaming God, 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 God all day. We both don't pray the same. Just stay in your lane. I ain't sending an evil lie to you, but it was one-sided when it came to get mentioned how you was projected on me because I didn't have bad intentions towards you. I ain't have to go take for tack with you when you put your disposal and toxic way towards me. I just know how to respect my name when it comes to maturity. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It was that unconditional love. Who would have knew that was you, love? Wow. Someone walking into your life showing you that a lane that was truly in existence. Someone actually being patient with time when it comes to day with you. Someone understood your vocabulary finally. Someone with common sense to treat you right. It wasn't lust, it was real love. Someone truly keeping it real with you, love. Someone protecting your heart when it comes to your mental health. Someone wasn't there to play mind manipulation games with you because they wasn't trying to have the kick and eat it too. Someone truly keeping it official with you. You know, being faithful. The first time around, hold on 1 second. Someone wasn't wearing the masks, mislead you with pain. How someone truly walked into your life to bring you peace in the most healthiest way. Y'all both was on the same page. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You gained a lover, a best friend, a business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But it's only the rest to hold on 1 second. It was truly an even exchange. Imagine someone praying for you. Imagine you praying for the love of your life. Only to realize that, hold on 1 second, God never overlooked you. God was waiting for the right time for you to get yourself right. Only for you not to dim your light another day. Only for God to send you in the right direction. Someone truly loving you. Who would have known? God chose you. It'd be the same thought for me. True love is not psyching somebody their pockets. True love is not psyching somebody their mental health or their free will. True love is not having a hand problem. It's not. Someone could truly walk into your life regardless to their upbringing and respect you, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Imagine growing old with somebody and only realize it was your right person. It was your person. Didn't matter where you met them at in your journey. They was mature. They was old enough for you to date. You saying I do to the right person. Only realize I was on the same page. How a journey of God allowed you to see better days ahead. Y'all both didn't pray the same, but you still know how to respect your neighbor. You know the love of your life. The energy is different. Because it's possible. Healthy love isn't existent. Healthy love is real. With the right person by your side. And especially, it wasn't a lie told. Certain individuals feel like true love is complicated. True love, fairy tales don't exist. But that's a lie because the same way you first started talking to somebody, and you know how you first started talking to them in the beginning stage, like, damn,
I can't keep my eyes off of you. I can't stop thinking about you. Got me feeling love like, oh my God, I got love butterflies inside.
it only gets better with time and day, regardless of the season. Someone wasn't trying to ruin your reputation. Someone wasn't misleading you with pain. Someone truly showed you it was okay to be faithful. Someone was truly showing you they wasn't trying to have their kick and eat it too. When someone actually showed you, hold on 1 second, it's okay to come out your comfort zone. I got your back when the world's against you. True love is not supposed to hurt. It's not. And it doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. Because someone came from the most unhealthiest upbringing and have the most beautifulest heart. and they walk into the wrong person's arms, and only for them to feel like, hold on 1 second. I don't want to be stripped away from self-love. I don't want to be stripped away from having a good heart, because one day someone could truly walk into my life, and I want to be emotionally available. I want to be available knowing that not only I'm going to give my all to this person, but I want to give them that balance that they're worthy of, me loving them properly. Because what happens is, when you get into that unhealthy relationship, it starts to mislead you. It makes you feel like you're not worthy of being you. But never allow someone to change you because they didn't know how to value your time and day. They had so much excuses why they didn't know how to respect you. And only for the right person to walk into your life, not to mislead you. Because when you least expected, it was someone's lesson, only to realize you became someone's blessing. Someone rejected you, but someone was willing to show up for you. That energy is different. And they didn't have malicious intentions. The same way you was praying for somebody at a point in your life, someone was praying for you too. Only to realize, hold on 1 second. How God truly works in mysterious ways, even when you didn't see. Who would have known? God would have showed you. True love was faithful. My content is not for everybody. It's not. But healthy love isn't existent. It really is. And especially when two people are on the same page. You may not pray the same. You may not have the same beliefs when it comes to a relationship. But when you're truly invested into someone's time and day, you see them, you hear them, you respect them, you don't overlook them. And the same way you got their attention in the beginning is how you maintain the relationship. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. You're not making them feel uncomfortable because you protect them. You're protecting them from the world. And that doesn't mean because someone looks at bae or your boo or your boo or whatever the case may be, that don't mean psych the next person out their free will because you lack self-control. When you got the right person by your side, it should be no reason why you got insecurity problems anyway. And I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. Not unless someone gives you a reason to be insecure. But if someone gives you a reason to be insecure, you need to continue to keep it pushing. There's no reason for you to be in that relationship because someone has one foot in one door and one foot in the other door, and they making you feel like, hold on 1 second, I'm going to pick you and pick you and choose you when I feel like it. That's not how love is supposed to work. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. True love is not supposed to hurt. I am not your love respect. Always be yourself. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one actually feel. I'm about to wrap this video up. Maintaining someone's smile, not to see them frown. Overcoming that storm, who would have knew better days ahead? You ain't have to get physical because God had a better plan. Two people operating out of real love, your past and your reality love, who would have knew? Two people being emotionally available. Imagine protecting the right person's heart that day. Only was the hold on 1 second, common sense actually made sense that day. Maintain a smile, not to see them frown. I love my life, I love my life. Not only do I love my life, but I love the right person actually for me too. You know, the right person that brought balance into your life, showed you it was okay to be yourself, showed you it was okay to love, showed you it was okay that I got your back, and you ain't have bad habits when it came to healthy love. Who would have knew that two people to show up for each other only realized the hold on 1 second? True love didn't overlook you. I'm not your love respect. My content is not for everybody. I may be corny to you. I'm not for you. And I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work by myself. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And it's always been me. No third-party conversations when it comes to my creativity. Respect's a two-way street. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to dim your light because they say that you don't have potential. It doesn't matter what storm is in your life right now, what you're trying to overcome when you understand patience and time and day, or you may not even understand patience. Because a lot of people that's fighting for patience. How do I learn patience? How do I choose me to understand to be patient? Because a lot of people don't know how to be patient when you're not in a rush, especially when you're choosing you. Because you always got to remember, regardless to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, or who said that you didn't have potential, you're never in a race to love you. You're never in a race to get to know you. My content is not for everyone. Stop the violence. Protect your energy and protect you and your family, and stay out of trouble. You mad and you're worthy. I am not here. You love respect. Have a safe year, day, evening, week. You mad and you're worthy. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. You mad and you're worthy. Don't dare me, I let go. You neighbor, confidence. Looks good on you today. I said respects up, hates down. Stop the violence, neighbor. You look at your neighbor like competition, neighbor. Please stay in your lane with all that mindset, negative energy. Hold on 1 second, just stay in your lane. Let the next person have the opportunity to love themselves another day with their family, or let alone for themselves. It be a train of thought for me. It's because you don't like somebody, you got lack of self-control. That don't mean take the next person's life to lose control. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It's not. You could disrespect me all day long. You could fall back with the evil eye, with the spell work trying to do me wrong. I'ma still always be my authentic self. Now you don't have respect. You got me shadow banned all day long. One thing I ain't gotta do is lie. You know, when the right people walk into your life, they won't have that mindset. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They would never sit there and have people go against you. They won't be followers, they'll be leaders. That ain't just different. Because they won't look at their neighbor like competition. We all don't operate the same. And it's sad and disgusting to see how men and women with children are followers instead of being leaders. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you could sit there and kick the next person down. Imagine someone doing that to your baby to see them frown. It'd be the train of thought for me. Respect's a two-way street, but someone that had to do nothing to you that day. Imagine someone doing that to your baby and only to find out all your child had to do was just be themselves. What you created. You created a gift in this world. You created somebody to become their best self vision of themselves. And only to find out someone's behind closed doors projecting spirit on your baby. Someone had ill intentions towards your child because they wanted your child to lack self-control. When you taught your child self-control when it comes to discipline, you taught your child the certain life tools to become their best self vision of themselves. And you taught your child, regardless if that person, if you know somebody or not, who would have known that your child be going from point A to Z? Someone to do that to you. Your household. Stop the violence. I may not make sense to you, but I make sense to somebody. And that's okay. Always be yourself. Respect's a two-way street, neighbor. I wouldn't want anybody doing that to anybody's household. Projecting spell work in a toxic way. Psychics about their free will or having someone robbed. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Or psych that they free will. Regardless if someone has a speech problem, a disability problem. Regardless if someone says, you know what? I don't want to be with somebody anymore. I left you in the past. It should be no reason why someone is shortchanging you of a loved one because someone lacks self-control. Or it doesn't matter what the situation is. Someone just lacks self-control and they decide to say, you know what? I wanted to do what I wanted to do today. And now an innocent person became someone's news. That just became, hold on 1 second. Someone's lost one. How this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone. The list can go on and on and on. But I'm about to wrap this video up. You are worthy of knowing that, regardless to what environment your child is in, that they're safe. In regards to how old your child is, that they're safe. Even if they're not in your custody. Or even if they're miles and miles away. Your child's supposed to be safe. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Stop the violence. You know, we all don't have the mindset of having that jealousy and hate and envy mindset within us. We don't. Regardless to what someone got going on in their life. And nowadays, it doesn't matter about someone's tax bracket. How someone with more will be behind the scenes of trying to destroy someone behind closed doors. Or because someone understood elevation. Someone understood strength, patience, time, and growth. That they can become their best self vision themselves. And how someone looks at something like competition when it was never a race. And the first thing someone wants to say is someone is mad. Or because someone's behind the scenes doing someone wrong. But God saw someone's duties at the end of the day. to try to shortchange somebody when it comes to their blessings. You can never stop somebody's blessing when God is shining a light on somebody. You can never. Because the people that's for you is for you. The people that's for this people, that's for them. The people that's for them, is for them. And nobody got malicious intentions. Respect's a two-way street. You're not for me, you're not for me. You're not for them, you're not for them. Just stay in your own lane. I do not project spoke in a toxic way. I do not energy harvest people's energy. I do not disrespect with people. I don't have people devices, and I don't gang store people. And I don't steal anyone's destiny. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. And I say that respectfully. I'm not your genuine respect. Always be yourself. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Father, my Heavenly Mother God. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. Respect's a two-way street, neighbor. Stay in your lane when somebody's not for you. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.